What is up, everybody? Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. It's Steve here, and this is episode 223. And joining me today, I have Brian.
What's up?
And we got Franny.
What's up, bitches? Hello.
Word. It's been a fucking while, Franny. It's been a while. How you been, dude?
It has. Surviving. I got this new awesome shirt.
Sweet.
See?
David Rose is my Patronus.
Yes. Full on dork right there.
Word.
I just had to have it. Amazon is an amazing place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Amazon has everything. And if you go to InnerCityGeeks.net, you'll find the link to Amazon. You get your
Great
Amazon
plugin.
Prime for free. Hell yeah. Yeah.
So do I continue talking about my
Yeah.
my week?
Continue. Carry on.
I don't know. It's been so long. I forgot what I was supposed to do next. I was
forgot how to
mesmerized by my
speak.
own shirt and just started thinking about Schitt's Creek. And so,
That's fair.
let me see. So I've been having a really rough time.
Mhm.
Trying to find a job during COVID. And so I kind of needed to like decompress. So last Friday when you guys were doing your show, I was embarking on a journey on shrooms, which I haven't done in quite some time. And it was amazing.
Nice.
And I really felt like I reset. Like my whole head was like clear and my levels of endorphins were like leveled. I didn't feel anxiety. I didn't feel overwhelmed. I literally felt like a reset. And I know there's a lot of doctors now working with hallucinogens in terms of like anxiety and depression and like mental health. And I have to say, being someone who suffers from depression and who has been thrusted into anxiety, which I kind of like I had like borderline. It was manageable, but the COVID just took me into unknown territory of anxiety. So I actually felt it helped me in that sense, instead of being like a teenager who's taking it just to trip balls. Like I really did feel it actually help my mental health actually change, for the better. So that was pretty awesome. I am a lightweight, so I only took half of the eighth. And I put it in my ice cream, which was also first time for me. I usually made it into cute little chocolate candies and ate it that way. And I have to say, ice cream is definitely the way to fucking go.
Right. Definitely a good way to go.
Yeah. So, and let me see what else. Oh, and I went to Philly. I went to Philly on Thursday. I actually left my neighborhood with my dog, and
Nice.
I went to Philly for the first time ever. And
how'd you like it?
I love it. There was literally no dog shit on the ground, and Elvira wasn't sniffing every single 2 steps. Like she was actually able to enjoy her walk because the block wasn't full of stink. So I actually
like a regular neighborhood, not necessarily like a Bronx neighborhood.
Yeah, like when I walk her, if I don't time it right and I walk her on my own block, I'm literally dragging a boulder because she needs to sniff for like 5 to 15 minutes one spot.
Yeah.
So it was very enjoyable walk with her. It really was. It was like a couple sniffs and then she'll just walk for a while, and then like she was actually sniffing plants and not the concrete ground. So I knew I knew she was like loving life at that moment, And
she's like, wow, is this an actual plant? Is this one real this time?
This is what a flower and grass actually smells like. Love it.
Nature.
This is not plastic, right? This is not plastic.
So that was really awesome. And I went to the Rocky Steps, of course.
Nice.
And I have to say, they're very inspirational. They really are. Like, I kind of felt like people who lived in Philly.
Were you inspired to run up them?
No, but I sat there. Well, I did go up them. Actually, Elvira did it too. I handed it to my friend and thought she wouldn't be interested, and she walked almost to the top with me. She stopped at the last layer because they're like layered. Mm-hmm. She stopped at the last like layer of steps, and I was so proud of her. And I filmed it. And at some point, I want to like make a little short video. Mm-hmm. But I'm terrified to go on my Adobe.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Honestly, now that I stopped to think about it, I don't know. But like every time I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm like, no, not today, maybe tomorrow. And I don't know why. I think I'm just like, a part of me is worried about like just the annoyance of dealing with it, like corrupt videos and like not I don't even know what you call it anymore. It's been that long. Not rendering properly. There we go. And all that type of headache. But I'll get over it. But back to the Rocky Steps, absolutely inspirational. And I had a moment where I was like, wow, Stallone is literally, at least for me, the only famous person that is immortal. When he dies, he will never be forgotten because of that movie and because of those stairs and because of that statue. Like, he is like seriously ingrained in our culture as something really inspirational, and not a lot of artists do that, especially actors, you know, like especially actors. Usually it's like music, you know, but they're immortal, you know, through their albums, and like Prince and like Bowie, like I can never forget them. They're forever ingrained, you know. But Stallone is like the only actor that I can personally say that about. And sitting on those steps, seeing people actually doing workouts in front of the steps, running up the steps. Since the museum was closed, there was people that were like social distancing, working out in front of the museum on top of where the steps were. And I was just like, wow.
Nice.
Like, you know, if you live in Philly and you're health conscious, if you're not running up those steps, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, like, it was just like, you know, a workout church in a way when I was sitting there, you know, and it just like resonated, like amazing energy too, you know, as you looking out at fucking Philadelphia, you know, it's just like, oh wow, like it felt so good. Nice. Especially
I'm glad you felt somewhat inspired then.
I did, and especially and like charged, you know, like I felt like I was sitting on a battery charger in a sense as I was sitting on the steps. And for that to be my first experience out of my fucking 2020 bunker, which is my apartment, was just like an added bonus. And I also was able to have a Philly beer and like walk with it and drink it in a cup.
What exactly is a Philly beer?
Well, it was brewed in Philly. So
okay. I thought it was like a specific type of.
No. I just, you know, when I go somewhere,
not sold anywhere, just in Philly.
It just says Philly beer on it. I don't know. Like, it tasted like guava, and it was delicious. It was the IPA that tasted like guava, made in Philadelphia, and I was like, "Ooh, brunch! I want to try that," because we got there like at 11 a.m. And I was like, "Okay, that's very like breakfasty kind of like a beer." I was like, "If it's disgusting, oh well." You know, and it was actually delicious. I have no idea how they did it. It was witchcraft, for sure. Because like an IPA with the sweet guava, which I've only had in martinis, you know, was actually very delicious. And I got to actually drink it outside, you know, like under my mask. And there was not that many people out because we walked the park that is near the museum for Elvira. And there was like barely anyone around, so I was actually able to enjoy the fresh air and like pull down my mask, and that was great because in my neighborhood I don't do that. No one's wearing their mask anymore out here, as if there's no COVID. So I am too terrified to even pull it down if there's no one around. Because I know for a fact someone walked that way and sneezed and coughed and spit, and I'm not gonna risk it. So that was pretty much the highlight of this past week. So
Sweet.
Thursday was Philly. Oh, and I had my first Philly cheesesteak with the stringy cheese, the cheesy spray thingy. And my first Dr. Brown sherry soda, which I've never existed.
It's good shit. It's good shit.
Dr. Brown's are great.
It was so good. It was like, oh my god. I absolutely enjoyed my Philly trip. And then on that Friday, I went on a mental journey on those delicious blue shrooms. And it was good. It was great.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm glad you enjoyed your journeys.
I did. And this whole week though was just my indigenous class.
Nice.
It's getting like very intense. And I thought it was really interesting because my mom told me this was going to happen. She was like, "Oh, those 1K followers that joined the class, along with you, Dan Levy talked about it. She was like, half of them are going to drop." And I was like, no, this class is so like interesting and like mind blowing and oh my god. And she was right. This Sunday that just passed, there was only 638 people that came in on Sunday compared to the other Sundays where there was 1,000 people to 2,000 people. Now it's down to 638, and I'm one of those 638. So
fuck yeah, good job.
Yes, thank you.
It's kind of like those that join a gym on New Year's Eve. For the resolution. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, hey, well, I don't see you anymore.
Right, like, I just realized I'm too busy for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Awesome, Bernie. Thanks for sharing your journeys with us. Yeah.
Welcome.
Bride dude. What's good, man? How you been, man?
Stressed.
Stress.
True.
I should. I think I spoke about it last week. That I'm in the process of moving. So it's just stressful. It's just a lot of packing, and you just think about it like, how do I accumulate so much shit? Like
that's the crazy thing. Like you don't think about it, but then you actually have to move, and then you're like, holy shit, I have this much and that much and that much, and then you just look around and there's like so much
like holy shit
everywhere.
Yeah, like I'm just in this room alone. I'm like, shit. Where did this? How'd this happen in a year?
You're like, when did I buy that? Yeah,
I know. It's like holy shit. Yeah, I mean, other than that, things are good. Went out for a walk before with the family. Enjoyed the air.
Sweet.
Picked up some goodies at my store.
Nice.
Spoke with my boss and spoke with we have a new coworker who is gonna be pretty awesome for the store. It's gonna be good to have help.
Right, yeah, because you can't do everything on yourself.
Exactly, Right. I found out that the store has a Karen. So the things I miss while I'm not at work, while I'm on this paid family leave thing, and apparently the woman came into the store refusing to wear a mask, and she was like, "Well, I don't have to wear one because you're wearing one." And I was like, "No, bitch, that's not how this works.
That's not the rules, lady.
If you don't have an ID and you look underage, get out. It's the same rule apply, just with a mask. You don't have a mask on. Well, hey, we're a small business. We're gonna get in trouble because you decided to be Karen."
Yeah.
Well,
not even just that. You just decided to be dumb.
Yeah. It's like that. You ever see like the top 10 videos on YouTube where like
too many.
One was like the Karen that like cut the hole in her mask so she can breathe better.
Oh, the one that's with the hole in the mask, smoking a cigarette.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, the one that yelled the one that yelled at a guy in a store for not wearing a mask. Meanwhile, she wasn't wearing one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so basically now when I do go back to work, I gotta be professional and kick out a Karen, and I'm actually kind of can't wait.
Excited for it?
I'm like,
you're counting down the days.
I am, and when she's like, hey, that's not how you treat people. I need to talk to the manager. I'll be like, hi, get out.
Like, I am the manager.
I am,
Right? That must be a great feeling. I am the manager.
I love it. I love when when shit like that happens. Right. I had a bunch of they weren't underage, but they were very young looking. This is like a month ago, and like they came in, and of course, out of the entire group, one had to be the asshole, and give me a hard time about the ID. And when I'm like, it's the law that if you come into the store, and I ask for an ID, like you're supposed to provide one, or I can't sell. And she got all like, blah, 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 blah. Are you the manager? I'm like, I am. She goes, well, are you the owner? I'm like, no. But she's like, get the owner on the phone. I'm like, no, get out.
Why? What's the point of that? Like,
she's going to say anything. If I would have wasted my boss's time with that about this person not, well, she had an ID, but like she gave me the hard time, my boss would have been like, I would have done the same thing. Like, she cards everybody.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're just wasting breath. You just want to be like that.
Right, just angry, like in general. And
yeah.
I don't even know. It's toxic, gross.
I know. It really is. Aside from that, things have been good.
Nice.
My wife and I, we finished AP Bio.
Nice.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing though. So season 3 is Peacock exclusive. Yeah. You have to have the not free version.
Really? You gotta have to pay to see that shit?
Yeah. So
wow.
I did it, and I'll stick with it just to see how it is, because there's other shows on Peacock, and there's some decent movie titles on there too. So it's like whatever.
Streaming wars.
But
for real.
I know. So like, honestly though, the 3rd season of AP Bio was it went off the rails, because now it's like a streaming site exclusive.
Okay.
But it's so good.
How did it go off the rails? Is it like
completely
different than?
Yeah. All right, so Glenn Howerton. Glenn Howerton became less of the character Jack and more Dennis from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he's just merging the two.
Which is kind of what I thought that was going to wind up happening from the beginning. That's what I thought it was.
But,
that's kind of what they put him out to be, as far as when it came to the trailer for the show. When I saw the trailer,
that means he's like typecasted.
Yeah, but you know what?
If you think about it, most of them are already. Because of that, most of them have been typecasted because of that.
Yeah. So, definitely worth watching, because the chemistry between him and the teachers alone chemistry, the chemistry between Paul Lapel, Patton Oswalt, and Glenn Howerton, or even remove Glenn from the situation, just have Patton and Paula together. Every little element, take every character and just kind of just shuffle them and just, see who's a group and who's whatever. It works. So definitely worth watching AP Bio. I'm really happy that the show got picked up again.
Oh yeah.
Even like the students, like they just got more. They got less about school and more about planning and helping Jack.
Nice.
Yeah. So aside from that, I finished Cobra Kai in 2 days.
Nice. But didn't you watch it already?
I did. I watched it when it was on YouTube, and I kept telling people about watch Cobra Kai, and people were like, "Oh, maybe." And now I'm seeing on Facebook, like, all these people that I mentioned the show to 2 years ago, like, go watch Cobra Kai. You're not going to regret it. If you're a fan of the Karate Kid, watch Cobra Kai. And they're like, oh, yeah. But now all these people on Facebook, oh my God, Cobra Kai, oh my God, that ending. And they're just like, hi, I told you about this like 2 years ago.
Welcome to the party.
To quote Bruce Willis. To quote Bruce Willis, welcome to the party, pal. You know, but honestly, I'm really that's a show I'm really happy they got picked up. Because Cobra Kai, you know, it's been an ongoing thing for so long. I met Billy Zabka in the city after New York Comic Con, 2016 or something, 2017. I don't even remember. A long time ago. Shit, I think it might have even been 2015. So like it was for whenever they had like the Karate Kid reunion panel. So so like basically after all that and finally getting a TV show, and it was supposed to be.
He hasn't really done anything other than that, right? He hasn't really been in anything else since then, right?
I mean, he's played himself on How I Met Your Mother, making fun of himself. Pretty much. Right. And Ralph Macchio pretty much did nothing. He was on Psych a couple of times. And
that's about it.
I don't even remember. Yeah. So, so I finished that really quickly. And then it's so funny, too. It's like I started it, flew through like a handful of episodes, and then picked it up the next day, yada, yada, yada. I think it was like 2.5 days.
Oh damn! Nice.
Yeah.
That's on my list. That's on my list to watch.
I've been telling you about this show for 2 years, Steve.
I know. I didn't have fucking YouTube premiums and shit.
I could have given you my access.
I was not paying for YouTube.
But so like after watching 1 or 2 episodes with me, Megan was like, "Oh, I want to watch this now." So it's like, all right, I'll watch it again. I don't care. It was so good.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
You know, I mean, she's seen a handful of episodes here and there between the 2 seasons. And then like just yesterday, I had told her about like the big finale of season 2, and she's like, "Oh, I want to watch that." So all right, so I just watched that episode with her, and she's like, "I gotta watch it when season 3 comes out. I need to watch the show." I'm like, "Okay, so like let's just run through the series."
Nice.
And aside from that, right now we're 1 season in on the Kaminsky Method with Michael Douglas and Alan Arkin.
Okay.
It's depressing because of, basically Alan Arkin's wife dies from cancer, and then like it's the whole like getting older thing.
Right.
But the comedy between Michael Douglas and Alan Arkin is just a beautiful thing, and it's a pretty funny show. Nancy Travis is in it. And then like Anne Margaret, who like hasn't done anything since Grumpy Old Men. So
damn, really? Since Grumpy Old Men, she hasn't done shit?
I'm maybe I haven't looked up her IMDb, but I haven't seen her in anything.
She didn't end up in passing. There's no way.
Right. Yeah.
But
she might have done movies. We don't know.
Maybe.
Does anybody care to look about her up? Nah, not really. We'll just keep talking. It's okay.
Yeah. I haven't really watched anything else, but it's pretty much just been like figuring out how to get the fuck out of this apartment.
Fuck yeah. Fuck Brooklyn.
Yeah. Fuck Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm born here, okay? I'm over it. I lived in Brooklyn before the hipsters.
Nice. That makes sense why you fit in so well.
To live in Brooklyn.
Well, I mean, I'm pre. My generation is like pre-emo. Back then they called it hair metal. Back then in my day, emo was called glam.
I remember having to go, I'm not emo, I'm goth.
Wow. Yeah.
Fran, what you drinking?
That was a difficult time for me.
That's fair.
I saw
gin.
Is that aviation? Aviation?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I picked up whiskey today. I didn't pick up any gin.
Cheers.
Oh.
He sold out. He sold out.
He sold his
company to a bigger company, and it really broke my heart.
Who owns like everybody.
And now he's making a lot more money.
I don't care. His like it was for me. It was like more meaningful. He had his own. Now it's just him and his recipe. It's not really his anymore. It's just his name and his recipe. You know, and like I don't know. I feel detached. I feel like I'm giving my money to a big corporation now. I'm sure
he's still gonna be involved in some way, just like Clooney with Custom Egos, because they sold to that same company. So
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna come after Bryan Cranston and Jesse Pinkman's tequila. They're probably next. Probably
Dos Hombres.
Yeah,
they're mezcal. I really want to try that. Like,
it's
I want to try that.
They'll go over and they'll take over the rock stuff too.
Yeah, Terramana.
Yeah.
Which I heard that's really good.
I heard that's good too. I kind of want some.
I'm a tequila guy, and like I know, like I could taste differences between tequilas, because again, being in the industry too.
I was just about to say that, like you're surrounded by liquor all the time.
Yeah, so like I know
that's literally like your job to know the difference between what the fuck is what.
Basically, so like my brother actually picked up a bottle in Jersey, and retail was probably like $33 or something.
It's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all. I mean, keep in mind also like Terramana tequila, The Rock.
Oh.
The Rock has his own tequila.
I didn't know that. That's cool. I gotta try that.
And so, but yeah, I gotta find a bottle. I keep trying to get my boss to bring in that, and
I still want a little bit of bubbly.
Yeah. Well, for now, it's just I got this bubbly. It's not the same.
Yeah, I know. I like that bubbly too.
You know, it's a good soda substitute.
Yeah, it's a fucking great soda substitute.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about what I watched this week, and I finished the Challenger documentary in one day.
Okay.
That was really good. That was so good.
The Challenger, as far as like the spaceship that went up,
the spaceship that went kaboom.
Right.
The one in 87?
86. 1986.
Okay. I knew I was in elementary school when that happened.
Nice.
Yeah, I was literally. I was about to say how old I was.
I was yet to be in.
I
was yet to be in elementary school in 86.
I was 1 year old.
I'm the senior.
Yeah,
in case nobody like watching realizes, is that I'm actually the senior citizen of the podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes. And I'm
unless
28.
Unless whenever Renee comes on, then
But yeah, it was really good and very fucked up. And like, wow.
How many episodes was it? Or was it one long
I don't even
documentary?
know. Yeah, no, it was episodes, and I was just stuck, just like, and then it was done, and I was like, oh shit, I finished it.
That's how
happened. That's what happened. That's how good it was.
That's how I was with Evil Genius 2 years ago.
Okay.
You know, that's the one where like it starts with the guy has the bomb around his neck, and like he robs a bank, and you think, wow, this is like fiction, and like no. And then how it ties into this woman and everything surround. I'm like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a really crazy one too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I should check it out. Is it still on?
It's
actually written and directed by the Duplass brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it's a crazy fucking story. It's definitely
it's a wild ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember I was
You remember?
I remember. It was on Well, it was July 4th, 2018. I was at work, and it was just like a slow summer day. Even like people, like they come in and they shop for their party, whatever. But like I had gaps where there was nobody in, and I watched that whole documentary in a course of like, I don't know, say 6 hours if you like count people coming in or whatever. But I just remember going like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that good.
Right. The Challenger kind of left me the same way too. It left me like, holy shit.
Nice.
I was like, oh my God, they fucked our space program because they're arrogant assholes. Like, I just could not believe. I could not. It was literally kind of like a movie plot. It was like watching fucking House of Cards and going, this can't, no. Someone's gonna stop it. Someone's gonna stop it. Someone's gonna be like, I can't sleep at night. Stop. No. It's crazy. I don't want to ruin it for anybody because it's like that good.
Well, like, I guess spoilers, like the ship explodes.
Right.
And there's a cover up.
Yeah.
And our NASA space program like pretty much really doesn't exist anymore the way that they wanted it to. It's kind of like whatever you got up there in that span of time in those 86 voyages that were successful, that's all you're getting, boo. We're done. Thank you. Now you just sit there and monitor it because we're done. We're done.
Now
and it's all
let everybody else do the work.
Again, when not giving a shit.
When the Challenger blew up, I remember like the ongoing joke was, what's NASA stand for? Need another 7 astronauts.
Yeah, that sounds all right. I like that.
Wow.
She's about to spit out her gin.
I was. I choked on that a little bit.
I
also watched The Devil Was Always Here with Tom Spider-Man.
Tom Holland? Yeah.
Tom Spider-Man.
Yes, that's his last name because I forgot what his last name was.
Yes, Tom
Holy shit!
Holland, like the tunnel.
Okay, I'm totally gonna forget that because he's Spider-Man.
Isn't Batman in that too?
Yes. Oh my God, he's good too, but his character is super cringe. But he was really good, and that again also was a mind-blowing fucking experience. That it left my mom crying, and it left me like.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
The devil of all time.
The devil
of all time? Is that it? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought it was the devil's here all the time. Whatever.
The devil all the time.
It's like number one on Netflix. It's so good.
Oh,
it's so
Pattinson, not Batman. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Bat Rat. I just came up with that right now. The Bat Rat. Because he looks like a rat.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
But he was really good. It was a stunning cast and performance. It really was.
I gotta check it out.
Nice. Yeah, that's on the Netflix too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Netflix. Yay. Awesome. Bryce, what else? You good with everything, Bryce?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Oh, good.
I got nothing.
Good. Yeah. I guess. As for myself, I guess the biggest thing that's happened to me this week, actually, I finally got my car legal this week. Yay! Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I am able to actually drive around in my vehicle.
Oh, congratulations! Good for you.
Actually, like I still have to. I have to put some work into it. I have to get brakes and alignments and stuff, and make sure that shit is actually running around in it. But actually, like I can get it to move if I want to. So
nice, but
without pushing it, without getting out and having to push.
I was gonna say, but you need brakes in order to get it to stop.
To stop.
So you might want to work on the brakes.
What I'm saying is that actually, like, I don't have to worry about actually getting a ticket and driving around with it.
Nice.
So then after that, like, I'll be able to fucking just get everything rolling slowly and surely. So I'm excited for it. That's the biggest thing that kind of went on this week for me.
Good.
And then found out that a bunch of shit at work is kind of going crazy because, of course, why not? Why wouldn't it be? But yeah, it's work. Work is work, whatever. But there's just a couple things that I watched that was actually pretty cool. I finally caught up with all of Superstore, and that show is pretty fucking amazing.
I've been meaning to watch that. I've seen like an episode or two whenever Megan had it on, but it looks good.
I remember watching it way back when it first started, before I even fucking moved out here, because I know it started before I moved out here.
Yeah,
and I kind of fell off on it or whatever, and I would like spontaneously watch it from here and every now and again, and I finally caught up with it, and I watched all of it, and I was like, holy shit, this show is fucking great. It's one of the best fucking written shows on televisions.
Nice.
I fucking love it, especially because it is a sitcom that is based in retail. You don't really see many stories written in retail, even though people think about it like all the time. Like, oh yeah, that we should write a story about our store or whatever. Because I remember when I used to work retail, I used to always think like, oh yeah, we should write a story about or like a movie or a TV show or something based off of our stories here in the fucking store.
Right. I mean, it's not.
I wanted the bakery to be a reality TV show. That's
right.
Crazy.
Exactly. And look at that. And there's Cake Boss.
Yeah, but like if you look at,
been better.
Obviously,
like if you look at for a show based in retail, it's like if you look at Chuck was sort of a retail store, but then it went all Super Spy and whatnot, and he was IT, right? He was Geek Squad.
Yeah.
But like to see what these people go through in one of these like big stores, and it's supposed to be like a Walmart kind of, right?
That's exactly what it is. It's a Walmart version of for the regular people or whatever,
right?
Regular customers coming in and out, and then you just see the employees in the store on a daily basis, and you get to see their experiences.
Just touch a little bit on it, like also Malcolm in the Middle. His mom worked in retail, and you only got some. She worked in like a Rite Aid, and you only got some of what she went through. But and then he started working with his mom, and then it was more about what it was like to work retail, And then same thing with Raising Hope. You guys ever seen that?
Yeah.
Hope again. I really like that show because you got to see what it was to own your own business. Right. The mom who worked as a maid, and the son who worked at Howdy's, which was a supermarket. And you got to see all their drama at work mixed with day-to-day lives, and I really enjoy those type of sitcoms. They feel more based in reality.
This one is based on reality in a way, but it's literally like The Office, but in a store.
Okay.
That's cool. I've only seen a few episodes when season 1 first came out, and again, like I fell off of it.
It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. So if you have like Hulu or whatever, you can watch it. Yeah.
I have Hulu.
So fucking good. It's one of the best shows I've seen in a very long time as far as like comedy wise.
Okay.
It's really funny. It's really smart too. Like there's a lot of stupid people that go throughout the show, and you're like, oh my god, customers really act that way.
110% they act that way.
Yeah. And I'm like, geez, they actually got this right. So good. It's really, really well, like I said, well written, and like it's definitely worth a watch. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's literally like 5 seasons or whatever, and I guess the next season should be whenever all this shit pans through or whatever the fuck's going on in this world. And then another thing that I actually watched that was actually really fucking good, because I watched the first season of it and I loved the first season. But I've been slowly getting into the second season of Castle Rock. Show so fucking good.
Is that Bill Skarsgård?
That's the first season. The first season has Bill Skarsgård.
Okay, because that's the one where it's like they take all of like Stephen King's work and kind of TV show
all together.
I wanted to watch that and I never got around to it. I think I'm going to add that to my list.
I skipped the whole first season and went straight to Misery. Because she was my favorite, and it pissed so many of my friends off. And I was like, I really didn't need to know much about the first season, okay? And the story about Misery,
because even though they're within the same towns,
right?
They don't they don't really mesh together.
Mm-hmm.
So you can watch one without the other.
Right. I watched Misery season.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, you're in for a fun ride, my friend. It is super good.
That Hulu?
Yes. That is on Hulu as well.
Because like honestly, one of my favorite, very underrated Stephen King movies is Needful Things.
That's another good one too. Hell yeah!
I've never seen that. I don't know what that is.
God, Max von Sydow was just amazing in that. Yeah, Needful Things. He was basically the devil. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. It came out in the mid '90s. But like, I want to say he was like the devil, and he opened up like a shop, and would kind of grant you a wish. I'll pull up a synopsis, but keep talking. So Castle Rock.
Yeah, Castle Rock is really fucking good. Like, there's so much good shit in it. Like, especially in the second season. Like, I'm about say like 5 episodes into the season, and like everything that I'm seeing so far is absolutely batshit crazy. Like, it's to a point that you're starting to see dead people coming back.
Okay.
But they're not really the people that they were.
It's like connected to the Pet Sematary scenario.
Yeah.
One discrepancy that I had, and this is because I'm a fangirl sometimes to the point I'm biased.
Yeah.
So I'm biased in this regard. Because I thought it was so good, and when I finished it, I was like, oh my God. And I went back and I watched Misery. There was one detail that Stephen King left out about Misery that is not explained in the TV show. And it kind of like makes the story arc a little bit weak. And I was like, no, because I thought it was pure perfection when I first watched it. But when I went and connected it to the movie, there was just one little detail he forgot. And I felt the agony of disappointment.
Okay.
But
but the thing is, like, it's technically not supposed to. It's technically not supposed to be an exact thing to the original stuff. It's just supposed to, take little bits and pieces here and there.
It's supposed to be her pre before she goes wild. Misery. Yeah.
She's buck wild. But before she fucking goes even like absolute bananas.
And it literally was just one little detail. And if they would have just put that in somewhere, it would have been perfectly bow-tied. Like, it would have been a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It was close.
Regardless, it's really fucking good.
Not close enough, but it's still really fucking good.
It was Lizzie Kaplan, right?
Yes.
She was amazing.
Oh, I love her. She's great in everything.
Like, I ended up really feeling for the Misery character. Like, I really did. At the end of the season, you're going to be like, holy shit.
Okay.
Like,
even there's this one episode that the daughter's trying to feed her the pills because she's freaking the fuck out because she's on medication and shit, obviously, because she's
schizophrenic. She's a pure schizophrenic problem.
Yeah, she's definitely a problem. So like the daughter, she like fucking gives her a tranquilizer, knocks her the fuck out, and then fucking she ties her up to the bed. And then the bitch fucking she fakes taking the pills and she spits them out and shit. And then the doctor showed up at the door, and then the daughter goes to the doctor, and then the Lizzie Kaplan, she's like, I need to get the fuck out of here because I need to save my daughter. And she fucking breaks a fucking glass with her head underneath a pillow. And she starts fucking trying to cut the ropes with her fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And
she's slicing her mouth, she's slicing her hand.
Yeah.
What?
But I feel like the scenario though is awful because she ends up in a scenario where people out to get her, but no one believes her because she's a fucking schizophrenic. And and the only reason she doesn't want to take her pills is because she wants to be alert because she knows that they're it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah. And Tim Robbins is fucking great in it too.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
Now I really gotta watch this.
Yeah. And then fucking the dude
does
from
something really gangster with an ice cream scoop. Okay.
Yes.
She does something. And she does it,
dude. In the first episode.
Because the
in
guy
the
says
very first episode.
He says the wrong. He threatens her daughter, and then her.
In the very first episode.
Like, okay, done. Magic.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
And then not only that, but then fucking I Am the Captain now is in this movie, in this show too. Fucking great. It's so fucking good.
I'm looking at the cast on IMDb right now. Holy shit.
So good. It really is.
Yeah, so much good shit in the show. So like if you haven't watched Castle Rock season 2 at least, or even season 1, if you watch season 1, it's fucking great. Season 2 is even like so far.
Juice. That is the juicy.
So far, I think I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in, and I'm just like, yo, this shit is the shit. It's fucking
this show
great.
Literally reaches a climax and then gets twisty, and you're just like, it's great. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally probably gonna start the show tonight.
Yay! It's not one of those shows.
Watch Misery right along with it, like just and it, like I said, it flows really really great. So like the very end when the dude ends up trying to escape and he starts finding out about her. That's where it gets like, oh damn it, they left that out. They should have put that somewhere. But it flows so beautifully. It really does.
Okay.
It really does.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm totally watching. How long are each episode? Like an hour?
Each episode an hour.
All right, cool.
So it's like it's very like a good 10 episodes or like a good 10 hours of just sitting there and watching this shit.
But it's not boring.
Mesmerized by such terrific writing and acting.
Yeah. You get really stuck. Yeah.
Like even like the side characters are really good.
And they matter. They're not like, like they're part of the story and they're going through their own stuff. Yeah. They're not red shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, definitely worth a watch. So go check that shit out. But before we get into the mid song, something I didn't put on the list on the emails that I sent you guys.
I didn't read it.
It's all good. So, we're gonna do a bit of a throwback, and we're gonna go and do a ranker list.
Oh my god!
The return.
It's back.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, it's the return of the ranker list, and this week, I went with it's gonna be a fun one because I kind of like this list because this is something I've actually enjoyed myself for a very long time, and I kind of still do enjoy right now. And what I'm talking about for this list, we're gonna be talking about the best after-school shows from the 90s. So these are after-school shows, so like either cartoons or series from the 90s that were mostly for like children's and stuff. Not necessarily children's, but like for
and mostly owned by Disney or Warner Brothers.
That is not true. That is not true. There's a couple things that are owned by Disney, but there's a lot of other things on this list. So let's go with Brian. What would you say is one of the top 10?
Now, by after school shows, you mean like that 3 p.m. to like? Is there like a time?
See, that was my original thought as far as like, oh yeah, from like 3 to 5 p.m. or whatever. But no, this actually goes a little bit further. It actually goes into primetime as well. There are there's a few primetime shows listed in this too. So yes,
I'm ready.
All right, and also, can it be? Is it just live action? Or are we talking animated too?
Animated as well, yes.
Okay, so it's kind of a larger.
Yes.
Yeah,
genre.
It's pretty wide. Yeah,
it's pretty broad.
Yeah,
it is pretty broad.
There's
yes.
the word. Broad.
But these are technically shows that are marketed for children or for kids or teenagers and stuff like that.
In the 90s.
Okay.
But in the 90s, exactly. Shit that we would have enjoyed in the 90s. Probably not Brian because he's old as fuck.
All right. I want to come in hot, and I'm going to say Clarissa Explains It All.
That is a good one, but that is not in the top 10.
Okay.
Clarissa Explains It All is actually further down the list, and that is number 24. Yes,
okay, I'm coming in hot too, and mine is Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, that is a great one. That's actually one of my favorite series of all time. But
I would
unfortunately,
time it. Like I gotta
that is not in the top 10. Yeah, no, I know. I would too. That is not in the top 10.
What? Okay, I gotta say it. It's garbage.
That's fine.
How is that not on the top 10? Every kid in the 90s ran home to watch it. Oh,
there's a lot of good shit on this list, though.
Okay.
All right. All right. If not Clarissa, I'm gonna say one of my personal favorites. Are You Afraid of the Motherfucking Dark?
Yes.
Motherfucking right. That is number 10.
Bring that up.
That's number 10?
That is number 10.
All right.
Okay.
So you are there. You good. You good with that one. What's your next one, Freddie?
First, I have a question. What number is Batman, the animated series?
Oh, motherfucker.
Or he's not there on like the top 20 at all?
No, not in the top 20.
That's so sad.
Because
okay.
Anyway. There's a lot of shows on this list.
All right. He inspired me. Rugrats.
Ooh, Rugrats. That's a great one. And that one comes in at number 2.
Ooh.
Yes.
Don't call it a comeback. Brian,
what you got, dude?
You know what? I'm going to throw out one of my personal favorite animated series of all time.
Okay.
The motherfucking X-Men.
Ooh, that's a good one, too. But that one is not in the top 10 either.
God damn it.
Oh, garbage.
Right.
Shit, I might say fuck Castle Rock and watch that on Disney tonight.
Right.
I still smell waffles. That's what I would eat all the time while watching X-Men.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Batman the Animated Series is number 44, and X-Men is number 47.
Oh my God.
Garbage.
I hate the people who made this list. It's garbage.
Yeah. Franny, what you got, dude?
Okay. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. No, that was nighttime. That was like
nighttime still counts.
I was gonna say All That.
All That is on the list, but is not in the top 10.
Okay.
that one is actually number 17.
Okay.
So, Brian, we got. Let's do one more round. Let's do one more round.
One more round. Okay. Morphin time. Power Rangers.
Nice. Very good. Unfortunately, that is not on top 10 either. That is on the list. That is actually, I just passed it. It is number, where is it?
Wow.
There we go. 32. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 32.
Oh,
bullshit.
Oh my God, that is such rapid. Oh my God. I'm like so stressed out right now. No,
right?
All I can think about right now is Tailspin.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying so hard to think of another cartoon, but it was like shouting at me after you said Power Rangers. Like,
you know, it's funny. You say Tailspin, and that theme song actually calms my kids down.
It's a good theme song. It's a good theme song. So, Let's go. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna do. I only asked for the top 10, but I'm gonna give you the top 15. How about that?
That works.
So for number 15, I have Animaniacs.
Yes, I love that show.
Number 14, not the mama, Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Number 13, we have The Magic School Bus.
What did I thought that one?
Number 12, we have The Simpsons. That's still a kid show, technically.
True.
Technically not afternoon, but kind of afternoon. That what?
That did not come up on my radar. The other ones did, like Animaniac and Dinosaurs, but I didn't think they'd be on them. I went for my favorite ones.
No, that's fair. Number 11 is actually one of my favorite cartoon shows of all motherfucking time. That's Rocko's Modern Life.
Yes.
Number 10, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Number 9 is a show that I actually enjoyed the fuck out of as well. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes.
Number 8, we had Recess, which I never watched. I never got into
it, but my siblings liked it. You know, I would see it like in passing, but I never got into it.
Yeah, I never watched it.
At number 7, we have something that was along with Tailspin in the Disney afternoon, and that was Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorites.
Indiana Jones and Magnum P.I.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And a kick-ass chick. Fix It.
Number 6, we have Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yes.
Wow.
Number 5, we have.
I didn't go with that when I thought about it, but I didn't say it.
Yeah. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is number 5.
Okay.
Number 4, one of my favorite shows as well, because I fell in love with fucking Topanga. That's Boy Meets
World.
Yes. Number 3, another one of my favorite fucking shows of all time. Doug.
Oh, my brother loved that show.
Yeah.
My brother loved Doug.
Great fucking animated. I saw the movie in theaters, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking
took my younger brother.
Hell yeah.
I saw the Rugrat movies in the theaters.
Number 2, speaking of the Rugrats, there we go. Rugrats number 2. And the number 1 show, according to the ranker list, is Hey Arnold.
Wow.
Move it, football head.
Yes. Wow. Move it, fucking football head. Yes. Wow. This was.
We failed at motherfucking ranker.
We have failed this list.
Oh man!
I mean, like, what happened to me? Like coming in swinging and just like grabbing Boys in the Hood as like the number 1 movie that time.
You gotta think about it.
I really thought I was coming in hot. I would have never thought Hey Arnold would beat Batman the animated series.
Because like I would have said like Spider-Man.
That was way further down on the list.
Oh, that sucks. Something out of like very, very early 90s. I was gonna say like on PBS was like Ghost Rider.
That was on the list.
Wishbone.
Wishbone was on the list as well. Arthur was on the list too.
I would have even said like
I'm not sure if that was late 80s or early 90s. Camp Candy. Candy.
No, but speaking of camp, Salute Your Shorts was on there. And The Adventures of Pete and Pete as well as on the list.
Expector Gadget.
That is not on the list.
That's more 80s.
It is? Okay.
Like, I would have said Real Monsters, Double Dare.
I've always fucking loved Real Monsters.
Finders Keepers.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the ranker list. So if you want more of those weird fucking lists, go to ranker.com. Check that shit out. There's a lot of shit there. And I guess it was slight garbage.
But it was great nostalgia, I have to say. Like I have really good memories playing in my brain right now.
Fuck yeah. And then speaking of not really nostalgia, but shit that's gonna be playing in your brains for a while. Got some musics. I got some musics for you guys.
Yes.
This band is a band that I actually recently got into. I got a couple. I listened to a few of their songs on Spotify the last few days or whatever, and one of the songs actually really stuck in my head because it's a really, really, really hard song, and I enjoyed it. There's a lot of good shit in it. It's a band called Alpha Wolf, and the name of the song is called Restricted. In parentheses, R18 plus. So it's a heavy song, of course. You know, I likes to bring the heavy. So so yeah, right? Like
heavy and hard.
Yeah, hard and heavy. Yeah. Yeah, so this is their latest song, and it's fucking good, man. Like I really enjoy the shit out of it. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. So we'll be right back. My browser is being all weird. Oh, my browser is being all weird right now.
You've hurt me. I saw you proud. I saw you bleed. I saw you down. Fell back in the palisade. Now it left. Right on your wall. Trouble of my life. Taking crazy my flight. Don't be lost. I'm on stamp. It's a devil in broad day. Now we can breathe first. No science, no good night. Now! If I were you, I wanna kill myself too!
Yay, violence.
That was so hard.
Right? That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had issues, of course, fucking playing the fucking video, but I fucking did it. I made it work.
Yeah, it was difficult in the beginning. I was like, where's the music? Because I was like refilling my drink. I was like, I don't hear it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and then it fucking paused halfway into it and shit. Yeah, it was fucking weird. But I made it work, right? Made it work. Worked. Yay. Yeah, shit is fucking crazy hard. I fucking love that song. Yeah, so I guess that leads us into some geek shit. Yay, geek shit. So this week we had a bunch of cool shit that came out into the fucking world. I think I'm gonna just start with I don't know if you guys watch Lovecraft or whatever, the show Lovecraft that's on the HBOs or whatever. So
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's a show that's out there. I haven't watched it myself either, but I hear a lot of good things about it. But the lead character or the lead actor. Excuse me. I guess cheers. I got water, but yeah. Jonathan Majors. He landed a huge role in Ant-Man 3, and it's a villain role. And the villain that he will be playing are the rumors. Oh no, he's playing it. He's gonna be playing Kang the Conqueror,
which is basically the next Thanos.
Yes,
yeah.
Basically the next big bad for, I guess, Phase 4 of the Marvel.
Yeah,
jumping right in there.
Oh yeah, they are.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Holy crap.
Insane. This dude I've heard plenty of good things about him and plenty of good things about the show that he's in, Lovecraft, whatever the fuck it's called. But this is fucking dope. You actually have a huge baddie that's gonna be in this. And also, like, now that you really think about it, back in the day, of course, I used to read the Fantastic Four. And I found up learning about Kang the Conqueror because of the Fantastic Four, because that was one of his big villains. And the rumor is that with him being introduced into the Marvel Universe, we will finally get
the first family.
Yes, the first family.
Which I'm looking up at my my Walgreens Marvel Legends exclusives of them right now, and I'm just like, please be in the MCU already, because like we need
so fucking good.
We need a Feige version of this family, especially how he didn't have enough time to talk about them at San Diego last year.
Well, now he's had plenty of fucking time to work on them. Yeah, so that'd be fucking interesting to see how they would do the first family. I fucking love it. I've been a fan of the Fantastic Four, and seeing them possibly coming into the MCU finally, because
and properly. Fingers crossed.
Right. Even though, like, I'm not gonna say it was like super bad. Well, it was bad.
Like the first one. Like my mom is a huge fan of Fantastic Four, like from the comic books, and then like even from the old school movie. That was like I saw trailers of it. That was awful. And then we had the first one that we had, which my mom compared to that one, and she loved it.
Yeah.
She did not like the second one.
Well, all I know with the Fantastic Four movies, with the 3 that have come out in the course of the last 15 years or whatever, I remember Mario got a screener to go see the one that was done by Josh Trank and Trank, yeah, and Mario texts me mid-movie, okay, and you know him, and with movies, like he'll put his phone away to watch a good movie.
Yeah, like, especially during screeners.
Yeah, like screener for John Wick. I mean, granted, they took our cell phones. But then they're like, "Oh, take pictures and video." It's like, you took our phone, you fucks. Dumb fucks. But he had 2 phones. He had his work phone and his regular phone. And like, of course, the dude's phone was in his pocket. I mean, he might have checked the time once during a slower scene of John Wick, but he's very serious when it comes to movies. But he texts me about midway or just shy or just over midway of the Fantastic Four reboot. And he said to me, he's like, bruh, he's like, this movie makes Rise of the Silver Surfer look like an Oscar winner.
Yeah, and Rise of the Silver Surfer was not very good.
The best part of the movie was Lawrence Fishburne as Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And Stan Lee not being able to attend the wedding.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's one of the best. I miss Stan so much. It's one of the best cameos he ever had.
You know what also upset me about that Fantastic Four was fucking Galactus. What the fuck?
He was just like a black hole or some shit.
Yeah. He was like a fucking Nimbus cloud.
And it's DC followed suit with the Green Lantern movie.
Yeah.
He was a queef.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Wait, do you remember? Wait, do you remember in Rick and Morty? Remember the cloud that's like is all singing, and it's the fucking dude from the vampire movie, that weird, that really Australian weirdo guy. I forgot his name. Oh my god. Anyway, he's the poof, and that was cooler than the black queef in this movie. That's pretty much what I was getting at. And he sang too, and he sang.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, DC went the route with I don't remember the fucking cloud's name in that movie, but
I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't matter. Honestly, there was only one good thing about the Green Lantern movie, and it's something we never got. It's Mark Strong as Sinestro.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in the beginning of that movie and never attempted to watch it again.
One of my, I remember going to the movies with my brother and my friend, and we went in with everybody, just like everybody, high hopes, like, oh, Ryan Reynolds is gonna be Green Lantern, blah blah blah, and I walked out going, huh? What is this? What was that? Like, we're trying to piece together reasons why we like said movie, and we couldn't really come up with anything.
You couldn't even create denial. You just there was nothing to grab onto.
Honestly, he played Hal Jordan, but he was really Kyle Rayner.
Definitely Kyle Rayner.
And then, like I said, Mark Strong as Sinestro. As soon as the post-credit scene happened and the suit went from green to yellow, I was like, yes! And then we never got anything because because they owe us money with how bad that movie was.
That's
so
Deadpool went back and shot Ryan Reynolds in the back of the head.
I love it so much.
I love that scene.
And then he kills Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah.
Right. He kills Deadpool, and then he kills Ryan. Reynolds. So let's petition to have Deadpool be the new Stan Lee. By the way,
I think
that happened. Yeah, I think that.
I really hope
it's not official
no?
yet.
I hope
it's what people are hoping for.
I signed that petition a long time ago.
But yeah, with the Fantastic Four movie, if those movies weren't great, and then that other one happened, which we don't talk about, yeah, it's like, who would you see as the first family? I mean, everybody's like favorite couple for the Storms are Krasinski and Emily Blunt, and I'm like, I could go that. Krasinski would play. I think he looks like him, but we could. But anyway, all right.
No.
Who do you got?
I wouldn't.
I honestly have no idea at this point. Like, yeah. I kind of want a whole like revamp. You know, when I want like a whole like redo. You know, I want them to come honestly, out and like refresh me. I have no idea. Surprise me.
Think about it now. The only person that I would want to bring back was actually being that, you know, Captain America is dead technically. Bring back fucking Chris Evans as fucking the Human Torch.
That would be amazing. And I definitely know that I do not want this chick to what's her name? She's getting all the roles now.
Jessica Alba?
No, the chick from The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, Anne Hathaway?
Yes, just please don't pick her. Please don't. Stop.
I'm gonna throw out a suggestion for the Thing, and I think you might agree with this.
Michael Chiklis again.
He was good, but I mean, honestly,
that suit was horrible.
That suit was terrible. But I mean, I'm good. I'm good with The Rock.
But he's Adam. He's Dark Adam.
Yeah, but I mean, The Rock has been in every movie ever since he started acting, and and the reason why I bring this up is because I mean, we all know how like big he got, like size wise.
For the stretchy guy, everyone's gonna hate me, but I'm Mr. not Fantastic. Yeah, Mr. Fantastic. Well, how about Bryan Cranston?
As Stretch Armstrong.
I don't see him in a superhero movie. Period.
No.
But
no. But the reason why I say bring The Rock as the Thing is something I read today or saw on Instagram. So, you know, Florida's been hit with the hurricane right now, and The Rock's area lost power, and he was trying to get his car out of his like gated, like, you know, the electronic gate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know how much The Rock is. He's basically like the Mr. Gym Rat, you know. And so, yeah.
The Rock is a rock. Yes.
The Rock is a rock, which so is the Thing.
When they wrote that song "Like a Rock," it was about him.
It was about The Rock, like The Rock.
Like The Rock.
So today I saw this on his Instagram. Right.
Okay.
So do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So The Rock couldn't get out of his driveway because of the power outage, and he needed to go to work or probably the gym.
His gym is in his house.
All right. So then to work. So he basically ripped the gate out of the brick to go to where he had to go.
That's so hot.
He said, "Not my finest hour," but like it's like when you gotta be somewhere and like
I wonder if
out.
Train something like for real, because brick, if it's done right, it's kind of difficult to tear something away from brick. Wow.
Gamma rays.
Wow.
Yeah, he probably does some. He probably does do a little bit of fucking, you know, roids and shit, but
I mean, not the shit from the 80s, but he probably like eats stem cells. So
Yeah.
you know when he has his cheat days?
Babies, yeah. That's why he's so big. He does eat babies.
But no, I mean, whoever we figure out somewhere down the line to play the Fantastic Four, I hope it's cast well. I hope it's incorporated properly. Yes, let's hope they actually have chemistry on set. Especially because if you've seen behind the scenes stuff of the MCU, it's like you see how they all get along and just they just have fun, even if they've only been in the one movie together. Like, look at like when Star-Lord showed up for Infinity War. He never worked with Downey before, but they like instantly became friends. You know? So let's hope that happens. And let's hope we get a really good story. And it would be nice to have a Fantastic Four story show up in the MCU that doesn't revolve around Doom, because you could always bring Doom in later.
Right. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's interesting.
Steve.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say back to what you were saying about like the chemistry and how like they all like just flow together so great in the first phase of Marvel. I kind of see that as lightning in a bottle, and that's kind of why I wanted them to like really take their time coming back, because I'm worried that they're going to assume that's just going to happen again. And what they got the first time was literally fucking magic. And sometimes that doesn't pop off the second time. So I really do hope they put a lot of tender, loving care into the cast.
And you're right, because lightning never strikes in the same place twice. And
exactly. And Disney thinks it's lightning. And right now, it's really not. So.
Like, honestly, because I still have yet to see Captain Marvel.
You should.
I will. Yeah. But it's from what I've seen through other friends of mine, it's like, as good as it is, it's not the best movie.
It's it's kind of like it's like a legit filler. Like I kind of feel like Captain Marvel was like a sneak peek of like what you would call superhero fatigue, that they're literally running out of the spice and they're just producing. And I
what
really
they should have done with her character. Yeah, what they should have done with her character, instead of amping her character up so fucking much, they should have just had her just as like a filler character itself, instead of making an entire movie with her.
Right.
Like they did with Black Widow, who I still really wish I got a Hawkeye and a Black Widow movie.
Right.
You know,
which like
I wanted that so bad.
I want to see that movie already. Like, I was anticipating that movie, because it's finally you have Scarlett Johansson, who's been like kind of a throwaway character of sorts, and she's built herself up through the movie she's been in. Right? It was Iron Man 2, Avengers, Avengers Ultron, Civil War, and then so this would be her sixth movie.
All of them.
Yeah, but like, you see the way she's built herself up, and then looking at the way, you bring in like David Harbour and like the Red Room and all these other things, all these other elements of this movie, and even Taskmaster. Like, I'm like, okay, I want to see how they portray him, and I want to see where this takes us. You know, and it's like fucking COVID happened, and now I don't know what Disney's deal is.
Yeah, it got pushed back again.
They could put out.
That's what was gonna lead me to the next thing. Is
they could put out fucking Mulan for $30, but you can't put out Black Widow.
Yeah, but that leads us to the next thing. Like I said, the fact that Marvel's basically has nothing else really coming out at the moment as far as movies. So there's no movies coming out for Marvel right now. The only thing that's possibly going to be coming out is WandaVision right now. That's the only thing that's been completely finished shooting. and is pretty much done in post production and everything too. The only thing that they're doing is they're going back and they've actually started refilming certain little minor shots here and there.
Okay.
But Winter Soldier and Falcon still isn't done yet. They're still refilming that. That was supposed to come out at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Around the same time that WandaVision was coming out. But at the moment, the only thing that's pretty much done for Marvel right now, other than Black Widow, which isn't coming out this year, they pushed that shit back allegedly, but I'm pretty sure they pushed that shit back until next year.
Yeah.
But the only thing
my response to that is honestly like, why? Like why? I thought it was finished. It was supposed to come out already. So like, you dropped Mulan, and then she was supposed to drop too. Yeah. What happened? Because no one liked Mulan. Now you're pulling Black Widow, so you could.
I think what it is that they're starting to see that people are actually going to theaters, so they're like, okay, let's try to see if we could push it just a little bit further, so that we could actually get that theatrical release. Because some movies are actually getting some type of money in theaters.
They are, but meanwhile. Very risky. We're waiting to see if all those people die. Literally, everyone who's going out there are guinea pigs. We're gonna wait for you to die and get sick, and then be like, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Like, look at New York, right? Like, look at New York City. It's schools with their reopen stuff, and are all of a sudden like 5 or 6 teachers they got diagnosed with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, so, like one of our dudes, Charlie. He's actually one of those teachers. He doesn't have it, but he is one of the teachers within the system now. So like he's basically
my niece is getting homeschooled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
and that's also a challenge all by itself. That stuff isn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
That is not easy.
My sister's
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Like my sister is a high school English teacher, okay? And like she is paranoid she was starting to get paranoid as fuck leading into the reopen, and now you see all these things, all these like new cases and whatnot. And it's just like that's a school, like this is school, right? So schools are a major part, right? Education is important. But think about the percentage of people in a school compared to those that go to a theater. Yeah. There's more, as much as like schools have a lot of children and faculty and, you know, whatnot going through each school in the boroughs or through, I say the boroughs, but we'll just go countrywide. As much as there's all that turnaround, look at theaters. Theaters have a lot more traffic, right? Because it's not just students; it's
a lot of internet.
It's parents, full families. So yes, a lot of in and out. In fact, I read today that 4 out of the 6 Alamos in Texas are done. So it's like you want to wait to put Black Widow out and hope that there's theaters.
Right, and then
that's not what they are saying, but that's what it is.
Go, because when Black Widow comes out, many people are gonna go, not 20%. Like everyone's gonna want to go in.
They'll bum rush that theater and break.
Yeah. And my whole thing with the whole theater, when I read that they were opening up theaters, all I thought of was fucking Outbreak. Outbreak showed all of us what happens if one person coughs in the theater.
Then you just see little spectacles go this way.
When the lights go down, no one's gonna pull their mask down. Like, and like back to the whole like school system thing that kind of blew my mind was that colleges won't open, but you want to open up schools and high schools for the future adults. You're gonna risk as guinea pigs, but not college students. I would have rather gone to college and see if I got sick and died than my niece. You know?
I get it. I mean,
let's move on to happier things.
I was just gonna say I'll end it on this, but like I want to say I mean, and Steve gets it. It's like the second you become a parent, your whole mindset alters because it's no longer about you. It's about them. You focus on them. It's them. It's them. It's them. So, granted, our daughters are young, right? But Harley's not quite school age yet, right?
Oh, she is.
She is school age. Shit. Yeah. Wow. It's been that long.
She's 5 right now. She'll be 6 in October.
Yeah. So, like, would you want to send your kid to school right now? Because I know I wouldn't want to send mine.
Yeah.
I'd put up with the fucking homeschool shit because I know that they're in a house where they're safe.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going out into the world. I mean, we take them for walks here and there,
right.
But it's like we're very don't touch them, put them in a bubble, you know. So yeah, it's anyway,
sucks.
yeah, it sucks. Anyway, let's move on to happier things. So I'm about to
happier things.
Happy.
So
yeah, I'm about to run to Fran's house and steal her aviation.
Yeah.
I have another bottle. Come over.
Nice.
Bring your test results though.
Yeah. So
what's that?
WandaVision may be coming out this year, so that's exciting. I kind of want to see that because I'm a fan. I like what they've been doing with their whole dichotomy as far as Wanda and Vision.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, how they're gonna interact because they're gonna be doing the whole kind of like the House of M that they did a few years ago in the comics. With Wanda being all, schizophrenic and shit, having fucking multiple thoughts and her brains being all over the place. So her changing reality in bringing Vision back to fucking life and all that shit and making a whole different world with herself. It's going to be interesting to see.
Super
excited. I heard she deleted her social media because she's getting like attacked or something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I heard she was getting like picked on. And I was like, for what?
Right?
Why?
for not being one of the twins.
Haters are gonna always hate. So
you were born after the twins and you have more talent.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, basically. You don't have the bazillion dollars like they do. Yeah.
What? You eat your meal? You're not bulimic?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Apologies to anybody who is. That's a serious thing.
I learned from South Park, you never read the negative comments.
Right?
You never read those, and you will be happy.
Sidebar. Apparently, South Park is going to do a 1-hour special about the pandemic.
Nice.
September 20th, one time. So apparently, it probably going to be touching on some little areas because they're only. It said the commercial.
Oh, that's like 2 days from now.
Ready.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I got it on my calendar. 1 day premiere. What?
So the next thing within our shit is some very awesome news. I am a huge fan of this person that I will be playing She-Hulk. So Disney announced that, or Marvel announced that they're going to be doing the She-Hulk series on Disney Plus, and the person that will be playing her is Tatiana Maslany from Orphan Black. Orphan Black is one of those shows that I watched the first couple seasons of, and I fucking loved it because it is fucking mind-boggling fucking craziness.
Like with Orphan Black, I've never watched it, but my wife and I really want to, and like, it was on like the list of like top 15 best openings of a series.
Yeah,
and like just. I won't say it because I don't want to spoil it for people, but like I watched that. It was like all of like 5 minutes long or less. I'm just like, what?
Yeah. So
I've never heard of it.
The main premise of the show is that this one girl basically she finds out that she's a clone. But she finds out when she notices one of her clones getting hit by a fucking train.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how she finds out that she's a fucking clone.
Yeah.
And the girl that plays all the clones, because she plays like 8 different characters throughout the entire show, is the girl that's gonna be playing fucking Jessica Andrews or Jessica Drew or whatever her fucking name is. In Captain Marvel. That's gonna be fucking cool.
Because I know everybody wanted Rosario Dawson.
Right. Well, remember a few weeks ago, Brian, you and I were talking about the fact that we thought that it was gonna be fucking Alison Brie.
Because she was in talks and she was being very like quiet about it.
Yeah, and how she's always like fucking like working out and shit and fucking because she was doing that Glow show as well.
Right.
Yeah.
She would have been great, but I mean, honestly, Tatiana is gonna be pretty awesome.
She's like a great fucking actress, and just watching her on Orphan Black itself, I was like, okay, I'm sold in seeing whatever the fuck she wants to do next. Because she's that good.
Yeah, like Megan and I liked her on Parks and Rec.
Okay, see, I never watched an episode of Parks and Rec.
She was only on for a short period of time toward the later seasons. She was the love interest for Aziz.
Okay.
And I mean, she seemed fine. She did comedy well, so we'll see how she goes in a Marvel-based property. And I mean, that's pretty awesome to have She-Hulk be a character that's going to have their own thing.
I'm excited about that they're shining a light on her in general, you know? So.
And I don't want to say it got spoiled by Mark Ruffalo before I read the article or before it was official, because he had tweeted, "Congratulations, something, you're going to be part of," Mr. accidentally live stream Instagram while they were showing a clip of Avengers.
That's like, whoops.
It's like, what were they saying? It was an interview with him and Anthony Mackie talking about something, and it was about Infinity War, and he's like, a lot of people die, and then like you see, I want to say it was Anthony Mackie go like, dude.
Him and apparently Tom Holland were terrible at keeping fucking secrets towards the end.
Oh yeah, they don't give
a lot of those interviews how they both suck.
They learned, and they don't give Tom Holland select script pages.
Yeah, they started taking it away.
Because you know what it is? I would probably be the same way. I'm like, I was so fucking excited about this. I can't fucking hold it back. I just have to fucking say it. I have to let it out.
And they had to separate fucking Captain America from Thor because they couldn't focus on an interview because they would just start playing and bullshitting with each other.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you saw the interview with Ludacris a couple of months ago, talking about Fast 9, how they might wind up in space.
Oh,
and then what was it like a week ago? It got sort of confirmed.
And
you know what's crazy? Only horror movies went to space. Jason went to space. Hellraiser went to space.
Leprechaun went to space. Yeah.
Now action movies are going to space. Oh my god!
If you really think about it, what did you really think was going to be the next place for them to go?
Well, I mean,
it only fits.
Maybe
it only fits.
Like, I don't know. I never see cars in space. I don't see it.
Well, they were taking over fucking they were taking over fucking like submarines and shit in the last one. So like,
well, I mean, how else are you gonna rob VCRs and DVD players, Steve?
Exactly.
And how else are you gonna drag race Asians in Japan unless you go to space?
Well, I mean, it's all about drifting, right? They're gonna drift with zero gravity.
Yeah, literally nonstop drifting right there.
So like when Dom's Charger does the infamous on two wheels, it's gonna like just.
Yeah, that's gonna be the episode title: "Nonstop Drifting."
Into space.
Yo,
how do you write a script like that? I need to see what that storyline is. I have to. It's like one of those movies that is so bad it's good. It's just. Has to be.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna go dark for a second. Do you think they go to space to visit Paul Walker?
Wow.
Whoa, too soon, man. Too.
I mean, the song, the memorial song is "See You Again."
Yeah, that makes sense.
How did they do that? Still his digital image? Like, that's crazy.
Hey, they did it with Seven. They put his face on his brother.
Yeah. To conclude the story, I thought that was the last one I saw, and I was like, great bow out, they're done, and then it continued.
Yeah. So continuing with the Marvel shows that are coming out, we know that they for Disney Plus again, they're gonna be doing the Miss Marvel live action show. And that's going to be interesting because, of course, it's going to be the first female Muslim superhero.
Yep.
We're getting.
What? Oh.
It's about damn time.
Yeah. So they have basically gotten 2 directors that have recently done a movie. They recently both did Bad Boys for Life. And they're going to be directing a couple episodes for this, and it's kind of exciting because, of course, I haven't necessarily watched it, but I've seen a few clips from it, and I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do for basically a TV show about a teenager going through high school and shit with superpowers.
Yeah.
Oh. What's the name of it?
Huh?
What's the name of it again?
What, Miss Marvel?
Miss Marvel. Okay.
Yes.
Kamala Khan.
Yes, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
Oh, okay.
They recently introduced her, I'm going to say like about 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, she's very new.
Yeah.
Oh, new.
Yes, she's the newer superhero. She's like super obsessed with the original Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel.
Right, that's what I thought that was about. Oh,
and I forget her full ability, but she has the ability to stretch.
She has the ability to grow.
Yeah.
So she grows kind of like the Asian dude from fucking not the Asian dude, the Indian from Super Friends. Remember the Indian dude from Super Friends? God damn it!
Just like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids without the machine, right?
But yeah, she grows kind of like Iron Man, like Ant-Man, but Giant Man, kind of like Giant Man.
Okay.
But she doesn't have full control of her powers. So only certain parts of her winds up growing at a time. So like her legs will grow really big, or her arm will grow really big, or her body will grow and stretch and shit like that. So it's really cool. It's really interesting how they would do that. Also, she's also kind of fits into the Inhuman world as well, because she kind of had the whole I forget what it's called. Their the thing that makes them Inhumans or whatever. Whatever smart,
like it's nice to
from like the Flash, like in the Flash comic books, the mutants had some part in their brain that
no, it's not something no, it's not something in their brain. What it is that there was like a huge attack in fucking like Jersey City or some shit like that wound up turning them into superheroes, kind of like a
okay, like Misfits.
Yeah, kind of like in Misfits.
Like Storm turned them into superheroes.
Right. Yeah. Right. Something similar to that, but it was like a smog. I forgot the name of whatever the chemical that was that made them turn into that. But yeah, that's how she became, Miss Marvel.
And she's getting a lot of love because she's also in the new Avengers game that came out for PS4.
Yes, and she's been in a couple of the mobile games as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I had no idea who she was.
on a Marvel side note right now, did you see the gameplay that PlayStation announced for Spider-Man Miles Morales?
No.
So Spider-Man from Insomniac,
the main hero, main villain.
Yes. So Spider-Man for Insomniac was, and there were no words for how great a game that was.
Mm-hmm.
And like I actually just recently beat it again because it's just that good.
Right.
But now, so in that game, Peter meets Miles, and then Miles gets bit, and then you later see that Miles has spider abilities. And then in the DLC, Peter trains Miles. Like,
nice.
Basic 101, do your homework, and then learn web swinging. You know what I mean? It's like all about, it's like study first, right? Because education's important, and then we'll play Spider-Man later. Yeah. So Spider-Man Miles Morales was announced a couple of months ago, and the game's going to be focused on Miles.
Yeah.
Peter's in it, right? I looked at the IMDb. He's in it, but he'll be a side character. And you know, like Miles and Peter have two separate styles of spidering, you know, because obviously two different types of spidering. Yeah, the whole different spider mutation or whatever.
I gotcha.
So in the gameplay, you're on a you see there's like a militia, and then like the villains or whatever. They're getting into it, and the bridge collapses, and you have to like time yourself how to save everybody on that bridge, and like while taking out all like the militia and whatnot. And like they do a thing from Homecoming where like you see like you constantly like web, and then you have to like constantly like pull
kind of like what they've
bridge together, like the ferry.
All of the Spider-Man movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
But oh my god, like
that's pretty cool.
Watching that gameplay, I'm like, I need a PS5.
Yeah, pretty much.
I need one like today.
Doesn't reach the game point, the price point though. That's the thing. Like, yeah.
How much is it?
500 for like the max storage. But it's like I'd rather get that than Xbox because I don't care about Xbox.
Yeah. At this point right now, like as far as games and shit, like I really don't really play like that. So.
Right, like it kind of saddens me that every system is absolutely like garbage when it kind of feels like iPhones. Like they ask you for all this money just so you could get particular games, and then crickets, and then that's garbage, and you have to buy another system that costs double, and it's just like it's kind of getting to me. And I think a good amount of it is because of COVID. I am a broke bitch. And now
even
I'm just
before
like,
that I was.
right now?
Right, yeah.
Because that game sounds amazing, but you want me to pay $500 and then $50 probably for the game?
More like 70, but okay.
Okay. Is it gonna blow me and spoon me after I'm done? Like what? Like
you have to ask it nicely.
Right now, where it's just like, you know, I want it. I can't have it. Why does it have to be so much? Why can't I get it from my system that literally is only a few years old? Like,
well,
what
I think they are still doing it for the PS4.
Yeah, it'll be on PS4.
Yeah, being that it is going to be one of the first releases for the PS5. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have for at least the first few months that they're still gonna be putting out stuff for the PS4 still, because not everybody's gonna have the PS5, so they're gonna have to do that.
I hope so, because like it, you know, it's not fair.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So I guess the next thing that's coming out that's very fucking interesting. Of course, we're fans of the Harley Quinn TV show. that's been on the Disney Universe app or streaming service. Unfortunately, the streaming service is no more because they have officially moved all of their programming over to HBO Max. So at the moment, we just got word that season 3 of Harley Quinn will be coming directly to HBO Max. But not only just season 3 of Harley Quinn, but also we'll be getting season 3 of Titans coming to HBO Max as well.
Nice.
So that's fucking dope. The only thing that we will be getting from that DC Universe subscription service is just going to be the comics. So if you want to read the comics on the DC, subscription service, you can watch it. You can read it there. But as far as original programming and all the DC stuff is all going to be pretty much on HBO Max. So that's kind of cool. But what I'm most excited for is to see more of that Harley Quinn show, because that Harley Quinn show is really fucking fun. Like, if you haven't watched it, I really suggest you go check it out. It's really fun. It's hilarious. Great acting. Great fucking animations.
I finally saw the first 2 episodes when I was on my shroom journey.
Nice.
And you guys been telling me for a while to watch it, and I've been like seriously on the fence. And I have to say, I liked it.
It's good.
And when she awoke from her shroom journey, she realized she never even turned on the TV.
That was good, Brian. I like that one.
You're welcome. Sorry, that was just set up for that.
That was great. High five. That was great. Good thing I was at my friend's house and he turned it on, because that probably would have happened.
And at that note, she realized the TV wasn't even plugged in.
You don't even have HBO.
I didn't even have shrooms. What the fuck?
What am I smoking?
Yeah. But yeah, dude, HBO Max is gonna be the home of Harley Quinn and Titans and all things that's basically they was on the other service.
Still on the fence about Titans. Haven't watched it
Titans yet. It's good. It's a good.
I heard it's good. I'll watch it eventually.
It's good. It's not like.
Right, I'll get to it.
It's not. Even though it's from the same writers, but it's not like the same Arrowverse stuff. It's different. It's darker, and it's good. It's good. It takes a little bit to grow into this, to get into the story and to get into the nook and crannies of everything that's going to happen. But it's good. It's worth to sit and actually see what's going to happen throughout the series. So that's why I'm excited to see season 3 coming soon. And then I guess the last piece for this evening. It's been a long fucking episode. But the last piece for this evening is that Nintendo, that one glorious place for video games, is actually going to be doing a CG animated movie for Mario. So Super Mario CG animated movie coming from Nintendo itself.
Nice.
Yes, it's about time. I'm so excited.
That's gonna be fucking cool because we'll get to see, kind of instead of seeing fucking Captain Lou Albano, we'll get to see actually Mario for real. Yeah,
it's me, Mario.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
You've ever seen that YouTube creators that do How It Should Have Ended, and it's Batman and Superman, and they're at the cafe. I love the way they have Mario show up sometimes. He's like, I'm a superhero too. And they're like, no, you're not. He's like, yes, I am. And he's like, he either shows up as his fox or he shows up as his mushroom self. And they're like, no, dude, you take shrooms and you do plumbing. He's like, no, I'm a superhero. It's in the name. Oh my God.
Yeah,
So like
I was
that
excited to see what they
was
do with it.
great. Now that they're making an actual, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be
Yeah.
the Mario
pretty
movie we all deserve.
Yeah.
Right?
Even though I'm gonna say this, even though people are gonna shit on me for it, but I did kind of enjoy the John Leguizamo movie. It was fun. It was a fun movie. It wasn't great. But
It
it was
wasn't
fun.
great at all, but like it's kind of a guilty pleasure.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Me too.
Like I mean,
I saw it in the movie theaters. I loved it for exactly what it was. They took the idea of plumbers getting sucked into a dimension. They took the idea of Mario and made it their own. And it was like the first video game movie, and I think they did a pretty good fucking job.
My favorite part was the fucking Goombas and the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like
no, my favorite was Yoshi.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So, the little dinosaur, and then the bombs. They actually had the freaking, and then the fact that the king was a fungus. That was pretty fucking cool. I don't care what people say. That was creative. That really was.
And Dennis Hopper as fucking kept.
Right? What's your name? Mario. Your full name? Mario. And him? Luigi. What's his name? Luigi Mario. No. They asked him first. Like, what's your name? Luigi. Your full name? Luigi Mario. And him? Mario.
Mario. It was camping. Yes. I loved it. I don't even call it a guilty pleasure. You know, I really don't care what people say because I think it really was ahead of its time. And people wanted just the video game story arc. And they took it to this next weird, crazy level. And they were the first to break that ground. So
yeah.
Oh, but my mom wanted me to give you guys all a fun fact and say we are actually more closely related to fungus than the apes. That's a biologist for you right there.
Oh yeah.
She mentioned it to me and was like, you tell them that. So turning him into a fungus is actually scientifically accurate.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Awesome.
And it was all about evolving. Remember, he wanted to evolve into a human and not be a dinosaur. And that's what the Goombas were. They were de-evolved too. So like it actually was legit scientifically.
It made sense. Yeah. I like it.
I'm trying to look like it was two directors and like they both didn't really do much after.
It's all good. It's all good. You don't need to look that up.
After that, I thought it was great, and I was really sad that I never got a part 2. When Princess Peach was like, "I need you," and she was all gangster, like Lauren Croft from Tomb Raider, and was like, "Let's do this."
Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper, Samantha Mathis, Fisher Stevens, Lance Hendrickson. Those are like the major names in it.
Yep. A lot of fucking good names in
it. God, I haven't thought about this movie in a long time, though.
I have some news really quick that I'm excited about, and it, again, is connected to Disney because Disney is God and the devil.
Yep. They bought the rights to both.
Hocus Pocus 2 is actually finally in pre-production, and they listened to the fans and they brought back my 3 bitch witches. So they're coming back, and I'm assuming they're going after the kid that messed up their entire plan. But I'm really excited to see Bette Midler and
old ass Bette Midler.
Yeah, Bette Midler and her sisters, because Bette Midler was the star for me, at least in that.
Catherine Najimy and
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, the face who looks like a foot.
No, I thought it was a horse.
Yeah,
that too.
She's actually the basis for BoJack Horseman.
You know,
did you know that?
I heard about that. And the term you're looking for, friend, is witches.
No, I said witches bitches. The best witches bitches.
No, but if they're your bitches and they're your witches, then it should be witches.
Witches, yeah.
Witches.
He's got it. Witches.
Witches?
Witches.
Witches. BWITCHE.
Right. Witches.
Witches, yeah.
The
I
witches.
thought about doing that, but it didn't sound right in my brain, so I didn't say it out loud. So I said witches, bitches instead, because witches I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, you're putting too much emphasis on the witches. It's just witches.
Thank you. I'm glad we're here. We're here. No, so I'm really excited about that because Disney actually listened to their fans, because before they wanted to replace them and like do a prequel and literally shit the bed. And a lot of people complained and was like, and they listened. So thank you, Monarch Disney, for listening, because I am a huge fan of Hocus Pocus. So to see them come and do their revenge thing is going to be amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So
awesome. If you guys want to go into like a deep dive on Disney, go check out Time Suck. There's a whole episode on Disney. It's a really fun listen. So go check out Time Suck. It's one of my favorite podcasts, and
I like the name. It's very, very luring.
Yeah. It literally, Dan comments, he literally sits there and he basically spews out a bunch of information about, whatever he's talking about in the episode. It's really fun. It's a very fun listen. So go check that out. You get to learn a little bit about, Disney himself, and then a lot of fun stories about his brother. So yeah, go check that out. Anything else, Franny? You got anything else, or was that the only thing?
No, that was it.
Okay, cool. Good.
That was it.
Sweet. Yeah, so I guess Brian, you got anything?
No, that's about it.
Sweet. Yeah, so go over to InnerCityGeeks.net. We have a whole bunch of shit sometimes. Of course, we have this show. We also have It's Poppin'. We also have Bright to J Presents. We also have the InnerCity Geeks webcomic. We also have so much fucking shit. We have the turntable, Good Games, First Watch, ICGPW Slamcast, blah blah blahs, and the bleezy blees.
We are never bored.
No, we're never bored.
There's
always something.
There's a lot of shit there. There's a lot of shit to go check out. There's, like I said, and I guess the next episode will technically be like our 8th anniversary episode. So yeah. And
we have to plan a celebration.
Yeah,
that is right, my friend.
Because I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I got when we didn't have an actual episode, I put up the very first episode that came out from the show. It was actually released on September 20th, I believe, or 29th or something like that. So yeah, that was the very first episode where we got to interview the band Soapbox Army. And yeah, so go check that out. That's up on the site as well. It's a whole revamped version of the episode because it had like shitty audio back then. Because that was back when I was using just a regular recorder and it was recording a phone call. And I was actually in the conference room at 237 with Charlie. Yeah, so that was the first episode that we did.
Raw and hard.
Yeah, seriously. It really was. It really was. Yeah, so make sure you go check that out. Then also, while you're on InnerCityGeeks.net, go and scroll down to the very bottom where we have a bunch of links to stuffs. On there, you'll find a link to Amazon where you get some Prime for freezies. So get your first month for Prime for free, where you can get a bunch of shit. You could also
watch The Boys season 2. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's amazing.
It's pretty fucking good. I've watched that. I believe it's the first 3 episodes so far.
I'm waiting for them to drop all the episodes so I can indulge.
I can't wait. I'm very impatient as far as the waiting. I'm just like, fuck it, just give it all to me. Just give it to me.
Spoiled by binge watching.
Because what it is for me for binge watching, whenever I do binge watch, like I take my time binge watching, so it's like I fucking should just watch it when it comes.
I start in the afternoon and I'm not done by nighttime.
That's one thing. Even though I can do it, I just can't sit myself to actually sit there and do that for that long. Especially for like hour-long shows, right? Yeah.
I am the master.
Yeah. So Amazon Prime, go click on that link, get some Primes for freezies, and help us out. So why the fuck not, right? Then also we have links to So Sick Clothing Company, place where you get some pretty cool shit. So SoSickClothing.co. So it's SOESIC clothing.co. And then type in InnerCityGeeks for 15% off your entire purchase. Why the fuck not, right? Go do that. They even actually have like Steam codes on there, like discounted Steam codes. If you want to play some Steam games, go get that shit on there too. Because why the fuck not, right? Go do that. Yeah, you can get your fucking 15% off of that shit too. Because yeah, who the fuck want free shit? Go do that. And then also we have links to CBD MD. We got some pretty cool CBD shit. Because times like now, you need some shit to fucking get the edge off. So go get your shit over there. And if you could even get some fucking like some deep CBD shit for your pets, so go get some gummies and some little pet treats on there.
Because shrooms aren't legal yet.
Yeah.
Medically wise.
So go check those out. Go check out CBDMD. They got a whole bunch of cool shit on there. And then the final place we could go to is Beard Octane. Get some cool shit for your beard. Make your beard look all nice and sexy. Got oils, balms, butters, all that cool shit. They even have like at the moment they're actually doing like a bit of a contest, so you could do some shit on their site. I don't remember off the top of my head. So go to beardoctane.com, type in ICG10 at purchase for 10% off of your entire shit. So go check that shit out. And then you could find the show on SoundCloud. So find it on fucking SoundCloud. I don't know why the fuck I said so, but you can find us on SoundCloud. You can find us on Stitcher Radio, Google Podcasts, and on motherfucking Spotify. Find us on all those places. You can find us on the Facey Space, so facyspace.com/InnerCityGeeks, Instagram at InnerCityGeeks, Twitter at InnerCityGeeks, and where the fuck can we find you guys? Brian, where can we find you?
You can find me sitting in a clusterfuck of stuff, getting ready to move. And damn it, Steve, that water that you're drinking must be like really strong if you're screwing shit up.
Screwed.
Water with lemon.
In a tumbler. How original.
Yeah.
You can find me making these motherfuckers laugh uncontrollably tonight.
I missed you, Brian.
I missed you too.
It's been forever. That's why
I know.
this shit is so long.
I know. Anyway, if you want to get for reals, you can find me on YouTube at Bright2J Presents. You can go to bright2jpresents.motherfucking.com, which I have a blog in the works. I think it's just bright2jpresents.com.
I don't think you can actually purchase .motherfucking.
Yeah.
But
we tried, but you know,
it'd be kind of cool though.
It would be. But yes, as Steve said, bright2jpresents.com. And I'm in the middle of a blog. I just had like the floodgates open at like 2 a.m. last night, and just like words just started coming down. First time in a while. Kind of just like summing up 2020 for me in a nutshell.
A blog, Brian. You need to help me. I'm thinking about doing that myself.
We'll talk. Yeah, you can find me on social media. Bright2J Presents on Instagram. Bright2J Bry2J, if you just want to follow me regularly on Instagram. Twitter, Bry2J underscore. Bry underscore 2J on Twitter. Because you can't fucking change your Twitter handle without deleting your whole account. But yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me, aside from sitting in this clusterfuck.
Sweet. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Franny, what's good, dude? Where can we find you?
You can find me in a dick. No, in a deep.
At one point, maybe.
Wow. Okay.
At one point, a few years ago, maybe.
In a deep dark abyss. I'm so sorry. I guess after 3 cocktails in, that's where my head is. That's what happens when you in 2020 and the dry spell is serious. But no, forgive me. I meant to say deep dark abyss. Is where you can find me, or you could look for me on Friday the Fangirl Rants and Reviews on YouTube. That is still a thing that I'm trying really hard to get back into. You can find me on here on It's Popping with Friday the Fangirl. Now that I have reset, we can finally move forward with the episode that I already have in mind. So there is something in the works. I just been too disturbed to move forward with it. And you can find me on Instagram at Franny_the_fangirl.
Sweet.
And you can find me on here on InnerCityGeeks.
Word. And you can find me on the Instagram and the Twitters at Mr. Jackal, MisterJackal. And that pretty much wraps it the fuck up. So thank you guys for fucking listening. I appreciate you guys every single fucking week sitting through our weirdness and the shit that we do out here. Yeah,
it makes us
rants and our random fucking.
Because it makes us real. We're not like scripted.
What the
fuck? I wish we were. You could ask them. I like scripted. They got me off script, and this is what you get.
Yeah, the only one that has a script here is this guy. I'm the only one with a script. Because I like to, I like to at least have some type of structure. Just
he has bullet points.
yeah, slight structure, like minimal structure.
Minimal, but very minimal.
Yeah. This week especially. Very minimal.
So we were together. He just threw my script out the window. I was like, "No, we don't do that."
I was like, "Crumple it up." I'm like, "It's." I was
like, "No."
This took me forever to write, like a whole week. I don't care.
Fuck your script.
I thought about it so deep. That's not what we do. But I thought about it so hard. No. It's not real enough, friend.
We're like fucking improv artists and shit over here. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Yes. So yeah, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you guys for checking out the show. Thank you for sharing with everyone, because our numbers are kind of slowly growing. So that's what I like. I like to see people saying things, enjoying the show, and yeah. So like always, you guys say your goodbyes first.
Bye, witches.
There you go.
Byes first.
Yeah, and like I always do before we fucking go, I always play some fucking music, and this week it's gonna be from a fucking band that I actually played a couple weeks ago too. Deftones. Huge fan of the fucking Deftones. They put out a new song. They have a new album coming out within the next couple months, and I'm excited for it.
Me too.
And, the song that they dropped today is called Genesis, and it's harder than the last one that they put out, which was Ohms. This one is pretty good. It's pretty good. It goes pretty much back into the way that I liked my Deftones. Yeah, it's good shit. I like it. So check it out. But don't be a dick. But always fucking remember that the geeks will inherit the earth.